What's up, guys? As always, I'm Nate here with Hox. You are listening to the Off The Fairway Podcast. Few things we're going to cover today. Super excited. We're going to do some recapping the Dubs and the D, Harvest Hurl, Roll Grumble. This all went down. We got a lot to recap.
That's a lot.
A lot of recapping. But first, a few announcements.
So, big things happening. We have coming up Saturday, December 21st, an 8-week sanctioned league happening. Every Saturday, noon, firefighters to Palmer. To firefighters to Palmer, to firefighters to Palmer. We'll do shorts in the nasty. Oh, wow. In the nasty. So we'll go firefighters, then we'll go Palmer shorts. Firefighters, Palmer shorts. And then in the deep winter, oh no, it's longs first and then shorts. Sorry.
We'll finish off the season with the shorts.
That's what I meant. So longs first.
Cool.
And then shorts.
Sweet.
So that's happening here Saturday. Pretty excited about it.
That's happening soon.
$10.
This Saturday, which we're recording right now, Tuesday. And
Yes.
so we're going to get it out to you hopefully this week.
Yes.
That way
So
you can see this.
yeah, so it's $10 buy-in, $7 going to the pot. And the club will take a couple bucks, and we got to pay PDGA, but it's
all cash, right?
It's all cash, or PayPal, whatever. Yeah, but cash. There's no merchandise, so AM4s can beat other AM4s and win cash.
Cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to suffer a little bit too. People always love that. It makes you tougher and it gets you outside, right?
Get you outside in the winter time when we're all miserable because the sun hasn't been out.
With the guys.
Hanging out with the fellas. And it's warm-ish.
It's at noon. So
At noon.
Last year we did it at 10, thinking you could get this done at the beginning of the day. But this time we're going to prioritize the sun, right?
Let's enjoy ourselves
Let's enjoy ourselves.
as much as we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the big thing coming up. We've got a couple tournaments going live in 25, which we're not going to talk about right now, but we'll have a little schedule out for you. Maybe next time you catch this podcast,
Yeah.
we'll have
I'm sure
planning events.
Yeah, maybe we even do a little recapping of an event by then. Who knows? So
Stay tuned.
stay tuned. Recapping events that already happened. So
Let's talk about it.
I know a lot of people attended.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty excited about
Mm-hmm.
the Dubs and the D.
Dubs in the D.
Lots of things happened at that event. There was a lot of storylines. There was a lot of heated battles. I want to highlight the leaderboard first, and then we'll go into the details of the event.
Okay, so let's talk about, we had,
Let's establish the divisions.
there you go.
So go through the colors.
So gold division was 950 and above. That was 2 teams. I'm going to be that guy. Their team names were Team Provision and Team HPD. Mike, I understand you're repping your squad, but come on, guys. Let's be creative.
Yeah.
I respect Honey
Well,
Bob
as we go to the
Discs.
leaderboard, we'll see some more fun names.
All right, yeah. Sorry. So that's just the gold. Those are the serious guys,
Yeah.
the legit ball players. Then we've got blue, which is less than 950, but greater than, what was it?
900.
Greater than 900. So that's the blue squad.
And this was a slightly larger division, right? How many guys? How many teams?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams.
11 teams in the blue division.
So that's a good
Pretty
turnout.
healthy.
Red was 900, 850 to 900.
So that's AM3.
So AM3 is basically looking at 7 teams there.
7 teams. And this is when it gets exciting.
Then the green is 850. Sorry, come on, green.
800 to 850.
800, 850.
How many teams do we got in there?
I am struggling to get. There we go. I got 9 teams
9 teams.
in the green, and then the last division is
Purple.
purple. They also had 9.
So a substantial amount of teams
Yeah.
were below that 900 rated mark, which
Pretty cool.
which is pretty cool. I think it's fairly common nowadays. I think it's something that doubles events don't really cater towards as much.
Sure. I can see that.
And so I thought that was a cool experiment, which I thought paid off.
Yeah.
Providing specifically a lower division than 900 which is really cool. So
giving the people an opportunity to play.
Yeah, leaderboard.
So we'll go through it. So gold, the 950 plus team provision pulled off the upset. That was David Watkins and Ian Kumpela.
Good on them.
You've heard of them before.
Yeah, they're around.
They're here and there. They shot a 29 under. So that's pretty good.
Doesn't seem very far down.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And then HPD was the honeypot discs, I believe. We've had those guys, a couple of them around.
I see their jerseys around.
Yeah, they're good dudes.
Yeah.
So that was Jared Carr and Nathan Robinson. We'll probably hear Jared Carr's name in a.
Jared Carr was a big winner at the Provision Financial Open, if I remember right. So he took down the Open division back then.
That guy.
So and he was at the Royal Oak Rumble little teaser.
He might have done well there. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
So the blue squad is 900, 950. Again, 11 teams. Some names like the weightless team.
What were they? Were they on the waitlist?
They got fourth, but they were the weightless team. Stinking. As Marco and Anthony did well there.
They did really well.
They got fourth.
They did better than I expected.
Absolutely.
They're sleepers.
Yeah, they were sleepers. Then we got some league champs who, if you don't know, we do league on Tuesdays in the nice weather.
Yeah.
Both Brandon Maxon and your very own Nate East. They're league champs. They played good. They got fifth.
Okay.
There's Thing 1 and Thing 2. You guys have heard of them before.
They're around.
Stinking twins.
They're tied to that name for life.
Yeah, they cannot get away from it. But I will call out the winners. Fine. The birds aren't real. So that was your boy Jack Herman and Wade. I never know how Bonici. I don't know how to say his last name.
Wade B.
Wade B. He's an architect.
I heard Jack had quite the performance there.
So I got my team.
And I just want to highlight before the second round, you made a bold claim. You remember what you claimed?
I don't remember. What did I say?
You claimed that Jack was going to fall off.
Oh, 100. Okay, so yes, now is all coming back. So
I asked you, hey, any bold claims for this next round?
Absolutely.
And you singled out Jack,
100%,
saying that he could not keep this up.
So
because everyone was hearing the scuttle about how Jack was hitting everything.
So I got to play with Jack. So first, my teammate was Mr. Nick CR Martero. We got as the Pew Pew Lasers. We got 8th. We didn't play very good. We missed a lot of putts, and when you get bogeys in doubles, that's a tough one. That hurts. We got a couple.
I heard Nick was playing out of his mind.
Yeah, he played pretty well. Attaboy. So, the story about Jack, though. Dude hit, I would say, 4 outside circle putts. No question. Like, not one of those that hits and maybe. No, it's easy. No question. 4 of them. So, we're looking here saying, all right, there's no chance he's going to. So, they shot their first round. They shot 27 under, first round 14, second round 13. And so my claim was there's no chance that Jack is going to play nearly as well as he did. Joke's on me. Well done, Mr. Jack.
Yeah.
And he and Wade tore it up. Splash Bros, Jake Fulcrum, and Alex Bass, they got second. There's a Pumpkin Drublick. Kelsey Martin, Chris Arrington, we got to play with them in the second round. We had a lot of fun. So it was good. It was good.
All right. Next division.
Moving on. Red division. Again, this is 8 to 950. I'm sorry. 850 to 900.
Yeah.
I apologize. The Whiskey Discs.
They took it down?
They took it down. I've got
Who are they?
Donovan and Gal.
Donovan and Gal. I think Gal was short for something. I can't remember what it was.
Probably.
But either way, congrats to you guys.
So did they throw shorts?
They did throw shorts. And so the score is probably.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 31 under par. Like, holy smokes. Good. So there's a Razzie Mo to win the boys.
Yeah. When did they come in?
Andrew Roz and Luke Sold, they shot 4th.
Okay. So who came in second and third?
Mando Bros.
Mando Bros, they're there.
Those guys are steady. Damian Sanchez and Steve Cumbie.
Iconic.
Those guys they're around.
The real deal.
There's a Yoke Hero, Taco Bell, Richard Bennett, Dan Seedlin, they got 3rd. So good for you guys.
Cool. Next division?
Then we're dropping down to green. This
green
is again
everyone below 850, but
850.
everyone above 800.
Correct. So we got some cool names, some D's putts. Christian and Scott Picnic.
They took it down?
They won it. They shot a 28 under par.
Oh, well done. Good on them.
Beat the old left discs by 2 strokes. Jacob and Steve Daniels.
Who came in third?
Then we've got some pickleballers discing.
Who are they?
Adam Dio and Evan Berry.
Okay.
Now, pickleballers.
Pickleballers. They're
Come
not.
on, guys.
Wrong sport. Wrong
Come on.
sport.
I appreciate it. But, so yeah. and so yeah, so that's, there's some birthday boys on here. The Bellishes.
Oh, the Bellishes.
It's good to see those guys.
That was good for a doubles tournament.
That's right. Him and Jeremy and his pops.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we have the basically less than 800s.
Purple division.
Shot 23 under par. The Disc Disciples, James Richards, Roger Taylor II. Interesting. They shot an ace.
Ooh, what hole?
Hole 4. Hole 4 shorts. Just a whoosh.
Yeah.
So
Good on them.
well done. That was the ace, and I believe they did win. I don't know who it was, whether it was James or Roger. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But
I do remember them paying them out.
Okay.
I will tell you.
And it's cool that your ace helped you win.
Yeah,
You hate to see an ace and then I shot bogey, 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 double, double, and it's I had an ace.
Well, I'm sure he hit that ace purposely so he could win.
I didn't think about that one.
Yeah. Which is something that I ought to start working on.
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
So good for you guys. Discus and Gravy. Steve Falkrod, Steve Bailey. Those guys are out there.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some no chains and no gains. Darius King, Mike Knight.
Okay, a few notes for the event.
It's a good time.
A few features
Yeah,
that
what you
were at
got?
the event.
Hit me.
First, we added old hole 8, which
Yes.
I felt like was a very, just flow-wise, good ad.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You don't want to walk by a fun hole
No.
and be like, well, this could have been awesome, right?
And we also backed that hole up one time.
Yeah, and you put that basket out there. I never got to look at it
I
before I
put the
played it.
basket out there. It was probably about 40 feet deeper than the pin location,
Yeah.
which put it on a little bit of a slope,
Mm.
a little down slope, and the window to reach on the big hyzer from the long, it's I don't want to say it's closed off. It's more open if you have the 400 and it can really get around there. But if you cut through the early window where the trees are, you're still well short.
Yeah.
So it's back a little bit. So it's a good spot. My teammate Nick hit 2 35, 38 footers. From
That's what
there.
Nick does. He shows up and hits big putts.
Bad man.
He's a bad man.
So yeah. So that was good. Then the next hole, put the traditional island.
Traditional island, it's like
Up on the golf
I feel like that hole always needs an island.
Mhm.
Especially in a doubles format.
Yeah,
Especially
somebody
in
should
doubles.
hit the island.
Someone's got to hit the island. I felt like the island is very well received, right?
Yeah,
For the
it
most
brings
part.
an extra challenge. There is score separation because at the same time, if you miss the island short or a little bit to the right, you still have a 20, 25 footer for par
From the hazard.
from the hazard, which, okay, you get a 3. You hate to see a 4,
Mm-hmm.
but then if you go way left, now you're putting at the basket with OB
Yeah.
within 5 feet.
Another thing we added, my brain just goes through the old course when it comes to hole numbers.
Mm.
So old hole 12, whatever hole that is. You know what hole that is?
Yeah, it's with the tight window that you got to throw to kind of skip it
Just
up.
to be accurate, I want to make sure I'm accurate here. I'm going to go through it real quick.
Sure.
6, 7,
Oh, I think you're correct.
9, 10, 11. I think it might be 11 now. Either way, I think the people know what we're talking about. We're talking about, I love this island hole because it challenges our top competitors
It's really
with
hard.
the longs.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's fair, it's hard,
Yeah.
but it also gives the not the lower competitors
From the shorts.
from the shorts a very gettable island.
Very gettable.
I
That's
think
a knocker.
I would say it's easier than hole 9. Bolt take
100%. No, that's not bold take. From the shorts.
from the shorts.
Absolutely. Because it's shorter
Yeah,
and it's more forgiving in terms of the island spacing from where you throw it to.
Yeah.
It makes total sense. From the longs, you got to throw a BB. You got to pipe one because the grass is grabby. I found out it's grabby.
Yep.
So you gotta watch the skip. Oh, didn't skip.
Didn't skip. So that was a cool hole. We also implemented hazard on hole 18 on the right side. Makes that hole. Well, we didn't implement it. The league implemented it. We just utilized what they already had out there.
17. Kudos to them. Both 17 and 18. 17, the long grass behind the basket, and then 18 all along that right side.
Yep.
Played it as hazard. That's the right call.
Great ads. I love those two finishing holes.
Gives us some more teeth.
Yep. And then we did payouts all cash. It was really cool, especially for AMs who typically don't see that. I think it's pretty cool. We also did.
Oh man, that's a cool hat. Where'd you
These
get
beanies. I heard mixed signals. I thought most people ate them up.
I loved it.
The beanie connoisseurs, the beanie perfectionists, maybe didn't like it as much because they like their beanies specifically how they like them.
Apologies.
I apologize. I
think they're awesome.
I think they're pretty cool.
I don't know.
I think there were more people wanted them after. I didn't have enough.
Yeah.
For people to buy.
That's what I'm saying.
So there might be some more made later. All I'm gonna say.
I heard it.
Heard it first.
Okay.
Any last things we need to touch on for Dubs in the D?
No, I think that's good. It was a well-run tournament. Good job. Thanks for coming out.
We also did a basket raffle.
How was
New
that
thing
received?
we did. I thought people. Well, I was surprised at how many people bought into it the day of, and so there was more of a because we didn't have a ton of people buying into it via registration.
Yeah.
But the day of, people were like, "Oh,
they're interested."
sure, I'm down." So
I'd be curious to know what people's feelings are about things like basket raffles. Like Nate said, this is the first time we've done it. Just kind of seeing, is there an interest? Because we can get baskets for our events if there is a true interest for people to grab a basket.
I think it's added value, and so I think it's worth at least having the conversation.
I would love to hear.
So
yeah, love to hear.
Drop us in the comments. Let us know if you'd like to see it. I think it adds a little more buzz too. People look forward to if they.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if you won a basket, right?
Yeah, I think it's
$5 little thing.
Well, so I've never bought in, but it's because I have a basket.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder.
Yeah, what's that look like for people who already have baskets? Like, what's the
That's what I would like to hear. To just know, would it be better for us to have a combination of where you get a basket and some cool discs, swag? I don't know. I would love to hear.
Or you opt out of the basket. I don't know. Either way, cool conversation.
Yeah, love to hear about it.
Love to hear about it.
Tell us.
Tell us.
Next tournament,
Harvest Hurl. Yes. It happened the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and so it was kind of a.
Yeah.
I put it together maybe a month and a half.
What was the format? What was the format?
Format was very simple. It was something I hadn't seen before. I don't know if anyone has done it before.
I've never seen it.
But it was simply you pay your $30. Mm-hmm. I give you $25 to, I call it my pop-up store just because to make it sound official, but I just bring out all my discs, all our discs we bring to tournaments, and you spend your $25 how you like.
They're brand new discs.
They're brand new discs.
Our discs that we.
I'm making it sound complicated. It's not complicated. And then the rest of it goes to greens fees and PGA. Mm-hmm. Basically, there is no payouts. You're simply just paying for what you get with the player pack. And then for your round, it's a one-round event. It's in the morning. I know a lot of like guys like us who have a lot of things going on the weekends. We can't fit a full tournament, two-round event in a Saturday.
Time.
And so kind of it was more of an experimental concept to see if it would work later on in the year, throughout the year, if it's something we could throw on, because it's fairly low. It doesn't take much for us to put on. And it works for a lot of our guys. I know a lot of our guys in our league and our.
They're still looking for discs.
Well, more so, don't have enough time to play a two-round event on a Saturday because they got families, they got other things going on. They don't have, to carve out a full Saturday is kind of tough for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so that one round, no payout. It's very cut and dry. Yeah. You're not sticking around after for a payout.
Yeah.
It was experimental.
Yeah, love to hear what your guys' opinions are. Nate shared an opinion with me. And my question to him is, how did you like the one round? You're not competing with anybody else except yourself. What was that like?
Yeah, so the big difference I didn't suspect seeing, but when I played in the event, was the thought process of looking at the leaderboard was switched off. And so when I was, and it sounds bad, when I had a bad hole,
Sure.
I was like, okay, whatever. I got my player pack. I'm not stressed out about it. I'm getting a fun round in.
Yeah.
Like there's no payouts to this. I'm not like losing out on a payout.
But did you lose that competitive edge?
No, I was still playing, but it wasn't like a thing that like, it was more so like there's this outlook where you can look at what you can do via what just happened. I wasn't sulking in the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good.
I wasn't spending a lot of time thinking about what just happened.
Yeah.
I was more so thinking about what I can do, right? So I just got motivational. I don't know what,
Little self-speech.
self-speech.
All right.
But I found it interesting. It's a different thought that I had.
I mean, again, another thing that we're asking of the people. Love to hear what you guys' opinions
we
are.
want some feedback on that event. If it's viable, we might throw. I've thrown around the idea, and I'll throw it out here now, of a series with all those events.
Yeah.
Because it's something that most people can get to. It's quick, and we culminate a whole series of events throughout the year. We'll tally them up, do something fun.
Yeah.
And then Rumble just went down. Hox is pulling up the leaderboard. I want to touch on a few things that happened at that event.
Let's hear it.
One thing that we've been doing a lot of experimental things. I typically try something new every event. I want to say that. We did breakfast burritos in the morning for everyone, and we did the $25 to the store thingamajiggy.
Okay.
So that was the player pack.
Okay.
You got your breakfast burrito. You got to spend your $25 at their pop-up store. And then it was on the pricier side.
Sure.
Because in order for me to fit it all in the player pack and have a decent payout, that had to happen. And so it was, like I said, it was experimental. It capped out at 36 guys. I'm sure there's a lot of people that were hesitant about buying into it because they weren't sure how it was going to go. It was also winter time. We didn't have the best weather. And so there was a lot of things going against us, but there was a lot of things going for us. You got breakfast burritos. I love a good breakfast burrito, right? And then I do want to highlight, guys were surprised at how big these breakfast burritos were.
Yeah, big boys, huh?
Big boys. Like,
it's like we're talking
they were like Chipotle breakfast burritos. And so a lot of guys had it for lunch too. They split it in half. And so I set that up.
Okay.
Leaderboard.
Let's talk about the old leaderboard. So, a few divisions here, specifically.
Another thing, real quick. We played the first round at Star, second round at Wagner.
Good call. So as I'm looking at these scores, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So MPO division, an MP40 division, an MA2 division, an MA3 division, and an MA4 division, culminating in what? 2 in the MPO, 1 in the MP40, 11 in the MA2, 2 in the MA3, 8 in the MA4. So 9, 21, 2, 3, 24 guys. It's a decent little turnout.
Yeah.
Especially it's capped at, what did you say, 36? So that's a pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
So top spot MPO, we had David Watkins pulling in second place.
Okay, good correction there.
Behind Jared Carr.
Jared Carr.
As we heard about.
Yeah.
And we actually heard about David Watkins from Team Provision, who happened to win the dubs, whereas Jared Carr got second. Now he flipped over one time. So Jared shot
a little back and forth action.
Well, he shot a 103. Yeah, he shot a 103. It looked like it was probably over after round one, with Jared shot a 51 and David shot a 58.
I asked David while he was warming up for the second round.
Yeah.
I was like, you gonna catch Jared?
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Alright.
And so
fair enough.
And I think he understood what was required of him. Jared would have had to have a pretty non-Jared round, and David would have had to have he's a good player. Don't get me wrong,
absolutely.
But he would have had to have like Calvin Heiberg type, right?
So good on you, Mr. Jared. Well done. Now, funny thing, we had a single MP40 guy, Aaron Nitz. He also shot a 103 and would have tied with Jared Carr had he decided to man up. I said it. and play NPO.
Yeah,
he did.
He did.
That's okay.
That's
Hey,
all right.
He shot a 103, so good for you. Way to win. Get that victory under his belt. But the MA2 field, we've got two 106s. Are they brothers? A Julian.
Ooh, this is a good.
And a Jonah.
So I played with Julian first round.
Okay.
Kid can throw it, right?
So
what I want to
highlight.
highlight.
Kid.
He's a kid. He's.
So I'm old.
I didn't ask him, but he's a teenager for sure. And his brother, I would guess, is early 20s.
Assuming Jonah is his brother.
Jonah is his brother.
Okay.
They went to a playoff. They went 1-18 on the loop at Wagner. So
Okay.
they played 1 tie, 18 tie, 1 tie, 18 tie, 1. They come back, and Julian took it down. And so to say there was a lot on the line via the brothers,
That's fun.
is an understatement.
That's
And
fun.
so that was cool to watch.
That's cool.
I know they're eating up just the battle.
That's good.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
love that?
No, that's cool. So good for those boys. Well done, gentlemen. We got our Marco or Marcos Leggett, depending on if you want.
And we don't need to go too far down the leaderboard.
Why? You go all the way down to
All the way
tied for
down.
9th.
Yeah.
114.
It was a pretty ugly day for me, but I had a good time.
Okay.
MA3.
Yeah, we've got.
Stephen Cumby coming away with it.
Don't know if you guys have heard of Steve Cumby. I feel like we talked about him last round.
He deserves the recognition.
Go work, Steve. He'll tell you. Looking at the score, I don't feel like he would walk away saying he played particularly well.
What he will tell you is he plays for the win.
You know what?
He's a winner. Winners know how to win. That's all
I
there is
stand
to it.
corrected. Well done, Steve.
Well done,
You
Steve.
are correct. MA4s. We've got a Grant Sailor coming in, pulling off the 116, beating our very own Jeremy Bellish,
Yeah.
who tied Anthony Sala.
Anthony Sala's taking
also
this game
our
to
boy.
He
throws
he's
far.
got the goods.
He throws far.
Yeah.
So those boys tied for second at 118. Jeff Cafferly got third. I'm sorry. Well, I guess at that point he got fourth. The last cash. Oh, Sam Cobb is out here.
The Cobb brothers were out
I
there.
see his brother Chuck.
Yeah, I love seeing those guys
We
out
played
there.
with those guys over at Bry's a few times, so it's good to see those fellas out here playing.
Yeah.
So look at the results. I think there's a lot of good frisbee being thrown.
Oh yeah, there was and then we also did the Ace Pool CTP.
Oh, who got that?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
So very little added there. We had long putt, CTP. I gotta write that stuff down so we have it.
If you got it, give us the comments.
I gotta give you guys shout outs. My bad.
I wasn't there. I apologize. I should have been there. Could have helped.
Yeah. Well, did we cover everything?
I think we covered everything.
Reminder: Sanction League Saturday. So that's what's the actual date on that?
I believe it's the 21st, Saturday the
21st. And what happens if you miss the first week?
It's a great question. So there is no. This is not any kind of a series. This is truly a one-round sanctioned, 8 individual events.
We're not using your best whatever. It's
Correct.
just
show up and
show
get
up,
paid
right.
out depending on who you beat, who shows up.
don't feel like you have to show up for all of them to be a part of the league. We want you there for whatever weeks you can make it.
Yeah, there you go. Like we're calling it a league because PDGA wants us to call it a league if we want to run sequential events like this. So we're calling it a league, which technically it is. It's an individual event league.
Right on. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Yep.
Like, subscribe. We have socials that you should also follow: Instagram, Facebook. If you don't follow those, you should. We're doing that, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like our Disc Golf Scene page. Do all that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Comment down below. Do all YouTube things. Peace.